The sun is setting and we have very limited time, but earlier today I had probably my most embarrassing, and as Abby said, probably as well my worst crash, at least it's ever been published on YouTube.
Well, not your worst crash, your worst landing.
And I'll take that, it was bad. And very sadly, it was on my new favorite RC aircraft, this F-86 Sabre. This thing is beautiful, so it's really just awful to crash something like this. So we're kind of racing against the clock today to see if my repair job will hold up and remake, flying this again after that crash. Just a quick recap. I had a bit of a crunch here. It split the front of the fuselage, but not bad, and I did glue that back in place. My ordnances, or I guess just fuel tanks, they snapped off. I glued them back in place. My little cap for the light came off, and I tried to reinforce this with a little bit of hot glue. That could have been prettier. And the worst thing that happened was the steering servo in here popped out of place with the two screws that hold it in place, but all of the retracts and everything still functioned perfectly. Nothing got stripped on that nasty hard landing. So I'm very hopeful that that will hold up well and we can just get back in the air and fly this again this evening, because it's still calm and I just haven't had a great flight on this yet in super calm, perfect weather, and I want to take full advantage of it. So racing against the clock, let's go. There's a lot I love about this thing, but again, those flaps paired with the air brakes are just gorgeous. And then the tail of the thing, I don't know if it's supposed to just look like a light or maybe kind of like an afterburner thing, it just looks great in the air. And I might have some limited steering now. It might be a little bit soft, so I've got to be a little bit careful on my takeoff and especially on my landing. But clearly it's steering, and that's a very good thing. So with no wind, this is my third attempt on this thing. What do they say? Third time's the charm? Isn't that right?
That's what they say.
That's what they say. Okay, landing gears up.
You got those up fast.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to really enjoy this thing. And here's the sound. We'll roll it over back here and bring it back around at 0 throttle. Oh, it flies so good, you guys. But the best thing about it is the sound, for sure. We'll snap it. Kind of a snap at the top of that. What a beautiful evening to fly on, too. I mean, this is just awesome. This is so awesome. Let's see if I can get a little bit of a show pass. And just, it's a big, powerful, beautiful thing, even though I've crashed it. There's a show pass kind of out there. It'd been nice if that was closer.
1 minute.
Okay, so we're going to probably shoot for about 3.5 to 4 minutes because I've got a 4,000 milliamp in there, and I think that's a good, safe flight time for sure. I don't know if I've done anything inverted yet. Let's just go for a nice little inverted pass out here. We'll roll it over and hold it upside down. We'll do an outside loop back here. And bringing it back around so I don't go in the sun. Off that building, it just sounds real. This sounds real. Can't you hear that? Like right before it got into it? Oh my gosh, I love this thing. Well, that might be a real jet back there, actually.
2 minutes.
Thank you. Oh, I love this thing. Absolutely love it. It's the best looking aircraft I own, especially foam, and they've just outdone themselves on the attention to detail. One time I'll have to fly this with the fuel tanks off of it. Let's hit those air brakes right now with flaps. Well, they really affect the flight. I mean, I don't know. I think I just need to maintain some power when I kick those on. You know, this is the first thing in 10 years I've flown that has air brakes. It's a big deal. That might be why I crashed the way I did. They're on again. I kicked them on and off. I saw them go in. That's so cool. And the fact that they're paired with the flaps too. It doesn't affect it drastically, but it definitely does affect it.
3.
Okay, listen to this. See, we've got to listen to our full-scale traffic and stuff here too. Man, I like this thing. And we'll kind of prep for a landing here, Abby.
Okay.
So we're going to land, I think, right to left because of the sun.
Okay.
I'll drop the landing gear on this pass, so hopefully everyone can just see it coming down. It's so slow and comes in multiple stages. Let's see if we can get the landing gear down right now.
I hear it. I heard it.
I really just got to pay attention here and try to.
All right, you're at.
Come in maybe a half flaps and stuff.
You're coming on 4 minutes now.
Okay, well this is perfect. There's half. We'll leave it at that. Feels good. Looks good.
Whew. Oh my.
A little skip, but we'll save it. See, that's what I should have done the last time. You can skip it. I overreacted the last time, maybe panicked, I don't know.
You came in hot.
Yeah. Well, I was at half flaps and half air brakes. I probably should have been at full. You know, I like to touch down. It's always best if you can touch down in front of your eyes. I like to touch down as close to us as we can. It looks good on camera, but also that's when you, I think, stand the best chance of having a good landing. But yeah, I was a little fast on that. So what a beautiful evening to fly this on. This is just that golden hour. It's just awesome airplane, and I think I'm really happy with my repairs. And you know, the crunch in the front there now just adds more character to the thing, so I'm okay with it.
It's been through a battle, that's all.
It has. Oh man, okay, we're good, Abby. How long of a flight was that?
A little over 4 minutes.
So we're at 3.7
on a 4,000?
On a 4,000.
Okay.
We're at 3.75 volts per cell. And that's still while it's warm off of the jet. So 4 minutes on a 4,000 is really solid on this. I really didn't go much harder than that, and that's not flying full throttle. So I had a blast. Hopefully you guys are having fun too. Let's put another battery in. Guys, do me a huge favor. If you're gonna buy anything FMS, we've got 2 different links, or at least one. We'll have a link in the description box where we throw FMS stuff for you. If you buy something from them, will you please let us know in the comments, like, hey, I just bought the FMS 1100 millimeter Zero Warbird, and you know, it was on.
And I clicked your link before I hit buy.
Click your link. We just want to make sure things are working properly and stuff, and that's a really good way to do it. Just our regular viewers and stuff, because I figure anyone that's watching now is like a more regular viewer, and you're awesome. So here we go. Let's enjoy this. It's winter time, and I'm not shivering, freezing.
Well, actually, technically, it's still fall.
It is. Wow.
We are, I don't know, less than 10 days away from winter status, I think. Man. It's crazy.
So, yeah, I think the light's just amazing on this. Plus, I got my sunglasses on, so I really can't get much longer prescription.
No, you just like wearing sunglasses at night, don't you?
I don't. Trust me, I don't. Oh my gosh, what a perfect day to fly this. Started off really rough. And then we got it back in the air, same day. It needed that front wheel to steer, or I don't think we could have pulled it off.
What would you have done? Hand launch it?
Yeah, I'll give someone $50 if they can hand launch it.
Oh, jeez.
That would be so cool. There's no way.
That'd be hilarious.
There's no way.
I think you would have to be running with it.
You have to run and jump off a cliff. Like, that's the only way to do it.
That'd be funny. I don't know. I don't think me and you could do it just because of my weakness factor, but Probably 2 men could do it.
What else can I do with this, Abby?
I forgot to look at my clock with what time you took off.
I actually reset my timer on my radio, so it should be okay. That's cool. You hear that echoing off the building?
Oh yeah.
That is the
I don't know
coolest.
if they do, but I can.
Man, it's the coolest sounding thing we own. We get a cool new thing, and I'm like, there's no way they're gonna beat that. And then something like this comes out and just surprises me.
Ooh, lost some altitude there.
Really just trying to cook it now, you know, like get a feel for low and more aggressive maneuvers. Let's try like this. Nope, don't like it.
It looks so heavy when you try to do like a snap like that.
Yeah, it's a heavy thing. This is a very heavy.
You can
EDF.
Tell.
Very.
It just hovers vertically for a long time though.
Oh yeah, watch this. Let's do it down
Crazy.
here on this end. Let's keep it vertical. Like. Isn't that cool? It's got some weight to it though. All right, landing gear, come down. Because we are at, well, we're good, but I've been cooking the throttle pretty well.
Just a little over 3 minutes.
Let's try to land her left to right this time.
You're landing?
Yeah, full flaps and air brakes too. Man, this is gonna disappear. Okay.
Ooh, butter. That was good, Nate. That was good.
That was full flaps and air brakes.
That one was definitely a redemption.
Thank you. Yeah, I think so too. Okay, it makes me feel good to go from the way I started today to that landing. I'm like, okay, I can go home on that and really.
You can sleep peacefully tonight.
Sleep peacefully tonight, yeah. Based on the flights today, anyway. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. It was so bad, I even thought, like, do I even post that video? But it's just...
It's out there now.
I think it's good for people to see. Boom. Landed like that, Abby.
I think it's funny, though, that when you crash, all the professionals come out to let you know how much you did wrong.
You know what, though? I actually am okay with that. And it probably sounds horrible to you, but, like, if you made mistakes with baton, wouldn't you want someone better than you to tell you what you did wrong?
Of course, but I'm doing professionals in air quotes.
I see.
They just can't see it.
There's web professionals. Yeah, I gotcha.
Yeah, if it was a real professional, of course. Take every bit of advice they have. I was being funny without my pun being good, I guess.
I gotta let this kind of settle for a second because it's still a little warm, but we're looking like 3.75 volts per cell maybe. It's coming down still just because it's getting a good reading, but we're about 3.7 to 3.7 volts per cell. Now, I hate when people base it off of this percentage. I just can't stand that, but I guess that's fairly accurate because I probably could have flown for 30 more seconds and, you know, that's pretty accurate. So, you know what is really funny about that last landing? Because of these sunglasses, I mean, it's dark. And when I dropped below that tree line,
disappears. This is what Nate saw. See, he's flying, boom, darkness, and then adjusted, just like that.
My eyes had to adjust as soon as it dropped below the tree line, so I knew I had to stay in the air for at least like 2 seconds before my eyes would hopefully catch it. It disappeared for about a second on me.
The gray asphalt with the gray jet.
I don't know, it was the tree line that got me, really. One of these days I'd like to fly out to like Arizona or somewhere out west and fly in a desert area. I've never flown.
It's a weird thing to want to do, I guess.
I'd love to do that. I'd love to do that.
Okay.
And I'd also love to go to a mountainous area and do real slope soaring someday. That'd be a blast. I would love that. But for now, I'm very happy with today's flights and my redemption and recovery and repairs of this Sabre. It really boosts my confidence a lot because years ago, I was afraid to assemble something as simple as an Aeroscout. I mean, honestly, I felt like I had to have my dad do it for me or hold my hand through the whole process. And I'm 35 now. So if that tells you anything, you know, I just was afraid of making a mistake. And now here I am putting, it's not super complex, but with the air brakes and stuff, it's one of the more complex foamies that I have. Assembled it in under an hour with very little complications and flew it in some wild wind for a maiden, and that went pretty well, honestly. And I just had a fluke happen earlier on that last flight, the last video you guys saw of this, to repairing my own thing, to being fully functional again and trying to get some of the visuals back a little bit. And then that landing, it's somewhat of a proud moment for me. And everybody needs those in life. And so I hope that you've got one of those coming around the corner, or maybe you just recently experienced a moment that you can be proud of too, because it feels like we've been getting beaten down a lot lately, Abby, with some health stuff and just stuff, just a lot of negatives lately, but there's a lot of good too. And I just want to hold on to this good nugget, and I'm glad that we got it on camera and we were able to share it with you guys, because you know, we all trip and fall. It's just kind of like how we get back up again really determines, I think, who we are and who our character is. So I'm pulling for you, and I hope you had some fun watching this video, and maybe you get a little something out of it too. And for that, I want to say massive thanks to God, because I didn't let this one get me down. When this incident happened, Abby, what did I say? I just wanted to go home and fix it. Yeah. I mean, to the point of probably annoying Abby.
He did annoy me. I had stuff to do.
She had some stuff she wanted to get done, but I said, hey, can you watch the kids long enough for me to patch this together? Because I need this. I got to get this done. So a big thanks to God for just giving me the motivation to get this done. And a big thanks to Abby too for the patience to let me kind of take the reins and do this and, you know, eat up the day and then come back out and fly this again all on the same day. So thank you, Abby.
Bye, kisser.
It is almost Christmas time. So. And also massive thanks to our Patreon supporters, because today you guys funded the about 20 cents worth of hot glue that I needed to put this back in the air. So massive thanks to all of you supporting our channel. And please, if you've ever, maybe you've watched our videos for a year or something, it'd be a good time to consider signing up for Patreon. We have all kinds of different levels of support if you want to, if you get enjoyment out of our videos. We always have our Patreon page linked in the description box below. They take very minimal amount from what you guys are actually supporting us with. So, you know, it'd be a great time to sign up for Patreon. We would really appreciate it. Last but not least, I will have one of our videos of this, or like the A10, or just a really cool jet video will be popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. See you there.